Harry's disaster must stop, and it would be a travesty of the monarchy to refuse to liquidate the Sussexes. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Princess Diana News YouTube channel. We've made some changes recently, and we really hope you enjoy the new features we've brought. Anyway, getting down to business, last weekend, the media asked Palace Communications to respond to Harry's claims, but they refused to do so. They were also asked to comment on rumors that Harry and Meghan were no longer living together, and at the palace, there was absolutely nothing to respond. The lack of response has led many of us to wonder what is going on in the world. I mean, the royals have gone nuts. Harry and Meghan, for God's sake, they really have a hard time defining their skin color unless it fits their scheme. These are ridiculous allegations against Harry's family, and we all know who is responsible for it all. This is Meghan, who embarrasses Harry and makes fun of her own family almost every day. This can't go on forever, folks. I'm still amazed that Harry doesn't see the damage Meghan has done to his family and to him personally. Harry proves to everyone that he has a 100 centimeters brain and even bigger, so his little brain can't even function properly. Harry plans to promote the 5-part Netflix series, so he's basically saying, oh yeah, but everyone needs to remember the power of the human mind before worrying about global problems. Maybe Harry needs to remember that his wife publicly humiliated him. He does not deceive anyone. I mean, Meghan Markle sure cheats on him, but she doesn't cheat on anyone else. Boy, Meghan makes him say all kinds of things. Just one example. So he said, I found myself. Now I have to take a bottle, sit in it and leave the bottle. My therapist told me that what you choose goes in and the rest goes out. What the hell is he talking about? I need to know what Harry is talking about. Please explain to me if you understand. Maybe I'm too old, you know. Perhaps people in the palace, like me, have difficulty understanding what he means, for the following reasons. Of course they can't comment. But not all men. Clearly, he thought he needed to clarify some things. So he said, I can't cry, I don't feel when it's over. I jumped over the wall. I was lying on the floor in the fetal position. I wonder if that was the same fetal position Harry was in when he was in that dog bowl after William was dropped. Harry honey, if you haven't noticed, I have to tell you that Meghan Markle makes you look like an idiot. I'm sure you have no idea what you're talking about. Posting all these meaningless press releases is not a good thing. It doesn't make you look good, it doesn't do you any good, and I don't do you any good. You do what he tells you, you dance to his tune, but you don't even know the song. So let's talk about the rumors that Harry has moved on. Do you believe? Don't you believe? Let me know why. I know we've heard this rumor before, but honestly, I believe it now. I think maybe Harry finally figured something out. He needs help from his family. So, of course, he'll try to get back to them, knowing that his only way out is without Meghan. Maybe Harry is finally ready to act like an adult? I mean, he told everyone who listened to him that he wanted to reconcile with his family, so maybe he finally realized that he was the one who had to. It's not his father or brother's responsibility. Maybe he's also starting to realize that he needs to stop trying to save the world. Harry doesn't need to save anyone. Enlightens, I mean, his words don't even help people who really need advice. He is a scumbag. From Meghan. Harry had to remind himself that he had worked hard all his life. He never had to support himself. He never had to pay a bill. He always buys clothes. His uniform has been washed and ironed. His food is prepared by professional chefs. I mean, Harry is completely spoiled by his life of privilege and wealth. This makes him an unpleasant, harmful, and clumsy individual. One of the things that's always really bothered me about Harry, and you probably feel the same way, is that I don't think he understands how lucky he is. He acts like he has to work hard in life to achieve all that he has. But this is wrong. Harry is very lucky because of who his father is, who his mother conceived, and that's all. He has achieved nothing himself, much like Harry and Meghan, who are trying to convince us that there is nothing wrong with their marriage. How could anyone believe it when he and Meghan are constantly attacking the royal family? Think of all the lies. All the conflicting information Meghan and Harry have shared. They behave like 2 3-year-olds. I mean, they won't shut up, they're kicking and screaming on the ground because they want attention. They just want a reaction. I don't envy them even for a second. I mean, they end up with the biggest mess. I see no way out, so royal silence is the best reaction imaginable. That's how the late Queen approached pretty much everything. Remember, never complain, never explain. Now she has a lot of advisors, and I think King Charles has the same, and I know I get impatient at times, saying why the king doesn't let it go and share all the information that he got all their dirt. But you know it's no use. It would just embarrass the king, and Meghan and Harry are good at self-destruction, considering Meghan Markle is narcissistic and the king doesn't need help, and seeing them, maybe Harry is too. His target fell silent. The royal family is the golden family, which is why Harry and Meghan con. They don't understand how anyone could want to ignore someone as important as themselves, they just keep digging the hole. They get deeper and deeper. I still don't know why, but boy is he shoveling there. I'm just thankful that the royal family knows how to treat people like them. Now, I know Harry and Meghan's comments must be hurtful, but in the long run it will do less damage to the royal family and less damage to the family than a slugfest. I should not be indifferent to these two people. Now there is a royal commentator who claims that the king is supporting the late Queen's policy of not answering, and indeed it takes a lot of power to do so. Many people argue why he is weak. I do not agree with this. He is not weak, it just shows that he is a decent man and does not engage in these two atrocities. King finds that the best way to deal with a narcissist is to ignore them and not respond to any communication. No comments, not once. It literally eats them up. The king rested his head on his shoulder. He knows how to deal with people, especially his crazy son and daughter. Legally, he knows that a publicly defamatory duel will only hurt the royal family, and that it takes so much class to shut up and walk away with their heads held high. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, you can't argue with a fool. It seems that the king knows everything well. The expert also said that he should have more important things. Talk again. The king knows 100% what is going on and knows that it is his honor to comment on any of it. He is the head of the state, he is not a fan of gossip. I can assure you that whatever is said will remain confidential and will be a family matter, as it should be a refusal to engage. Meghan is getting angrier and angrier, making herself look even more stupid. She literally pushed the bear with a stick and then I looked at her, and saw that her expression became more disturbed. She poked, and no one paid her any attention. So no, I disagree with those who say the king is weak. I mean, if he resisted, then it would be a weakness. To be seduced by someone like Meghan, the palace is doing a great job dealing with the brutal people, they are right, and I know it is not easy to keep quiet for 4 years in the face of so many attacks. Many lies about elder abuse. Meghan Markle is now living in a state of constant anger because she can't get answers from the royal family. And I don't know about you, but this makes me so happy. But you want to know who makes me? You forgive me. No, he's upset many folks including me, but I think that you like me, have an incredible capacity to forgive that Meghan, though she needs to watch it because she keeps poking at the hornet's nest, and at some point the palace is bound to get tired of it and they're finally going to say something, or maybe they won't. I'm convinced though. The palace knows all about the invisible children and they know what's going to happen when Harry and Meghan get divorced. I think the world is not going to be shocked or upset if we all hear that there never were any kids. In fact, I think a lot of us would feel relieved if we learned that it was all just a con job that was dreamed up by Meghan. I don't think any of us would be shocked, and because at the end of the day, why should we be angry about that? We're lied to. Who cares? Already happened anyway, and not getting money for any kids. Them. I think Harry and Meghan are ruining their lives. We don't have to do anything but sit and watch you. Do you agree with me? Please give me your opinion below. If you found my video useful, Please like it and share it with your friends and family who will like it too. Don't forget to support us again by subscribing to our Princess Diana news feed. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, we'll be back to see you all tonight.